It's as if a child who's been in multiple placements and who was adopted is walking around with a puzzle above their heads. It's like an imaginary puzzle, and some of the puzzle pieces have faces on it so they can go together, and there's a lot of ambiguity, a lot of not knowing. And these kids are walking around with so many questions and so much confusion, and they're overwhelmed with all of this stuff that they're carrying with them. So a lot of these interventions really help the child look at them, look at what the core issues are, and externalize them so they don't have to carry them. So they have a container and a place to project it. And you'll see with these interventions, I have a lot of fun. And the model that I use is if I don't feel good, they're not going to feel good about this. So you have to really believe in these interventions too, because they do work. I've had responses, and you can always email me, from families, therapists, social workers. I did the shadow world and it was fantastic. The kid was really telling me about their story and sharing. That's what we want. We want them to be able to feel safe enough to express and get it out, because what's shareable is bearable. And that's what we want these kids to learn. You can bear it. You're going to get through this, and it's going to be okay. Okay, so this is the anger bag, okay? I developed this intervention because I was working with so many children who were so angry, okay? Anger is a defense against pain. They're saying, I don't want to feel vulnerable. I need to be defensive. It's too scary for me to feel anything, because really what they think is going to happen is they're going to completely fragment to pieces. The way this works is I want them to visually see all their connections. You know, what I've seen with a lot of these kids is they feel alone. They don't recognize, they're not able to recognize, number one, all the people in their lives, all the people that have cared about them. They think because they're not with them, they don't care anymore. So it's to get them, again, to externalize painful emotions, help them work through feelings of loss and traumatic experiences in a constructive, creative way. And you know what collages, I feel, is a form of art that allows someone who cannot make sense of in words what they've experienced. It's complicated. You know, it may take them years to really create a narrative and an understanding of what they've been through. Pictures is such an easy, non-threatening way for them to express. Who knows the game Mother May I? Okay? Well, I thought, okay, how do I get a child to learn boundaries? How do I get a child to stop, relax, and think? Work on managing that limbic, reptilian, reactive brain. Learn impulse control. Stop, take their time, and become aware of their own bodies. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to create something, because one of the ideas that I had said, how do you teach a child boundaries? I was like, again, we have so much theory, but what do? I thought, you know what, let me use hula hoops, because again, what I feel have done is really help to understand a child's perspective. Kids need to externalize. Kids need to play. Kids need to be objective and see something past themselves to make sense of it. They need it outside of themselves. So when I thought of a hula hoop, they'll be able to think, oh, a boundary is a hula hoop. This is my space. That's your space and this is my space.